So we're about 20 minutes into my leg day. Like I said, I was only gonna do about 30 minute workout. Moved outside, it's a nice day. Next what I'm gonna be doing is some deadlifts. I don't never do these really necessarily heavyweight, but not obviously light. Do some little repetitions. So let's get started. Stiff legs. I'm gonna be doing this to build my posterior chain back here, okay? Generally when I train legs, I used to separate my leg days where I would have a quad dominant day and a hamstring dominant day. I don't too much do that as much. I just hit both muscle groups every time I come into the gym. I just feel like it keeps my body balanced that way. And I mean, you use your legs so much. I mean, they can recover if you hit them more than one time a week. I do train legs twice a week at least. In the weeks to come, I'll show other exercise movements that I use. Leg extension is love-hate relationship. It really breaks my muscles down. It makes them burn, but it's well worth it. To get on to my second set, as earlier, I don't take a whole bunch of break periods, so we'll get right into it.
Has anyone ever done this before? Oh yeah. The counter can participate in the exercise.
Never go heavy, too heavy on these. It's still a deadlift, and I do have good back development. I have nice thickness to my back, good muscle density, and honestly, I don't even do deadlifts for my back. I just feel like they create a blocky look, and it puts a lot of tension on my back. I would much rather just do hyper extensions with low weights. Pretty much I don't have love handles, but obviously it's working in an area where most people would have love handles. But I do like doing stiff leg deadlifts because I lead with my glutes. I think I like to think I have a nice size tush. So you know, it just works. And I mean, and even though I'm a bodybuilder, I really harp on the fact of having a lot of curve and a lot of muscle. I just want to step on stage with all this muscle, but still want to be, you know, maintain my femininity. All right, third set, let's go.
It's easy. All day. All day. I haven't seen him all day. Quiet about it.
So at about 8 weeks out, right now I'm consuming a lot of seafood, not really much poultry or any red meat really. that's just a personal preference. Over the course of the different diets that me and my nutritionist Josh Kane have tried, I can really digest seafood a lot better. I mean, I guess there's certain aspects of my diet that when you look at it, in my opinion, I think it closely resembles like vegetarian. I'm not even eating high amounts of protein as most people would do. I just, my body just doesn't process it. I know a lot of people harp on red meat. I think red meat is awesome, but I just really don't have a lot of it in my diet. And I'm able to maintain my muscle mass and muscle fullness. But with that being said, all the way up until the show day, we keep my carbs in. And we never do no carb days. We haven't ever really did low carb days. I'm always eating my carbs. I mean, carbs are really not the enemy. Don't get me wrong, I've did a keto diet before, a no carb diet before, not with this particular coach. To each their own. But I like my carbs, and I want to keep my muscles full. I don't want to sacrifice my size and my muscle fullness for a stringy look. I want to come in, I like Linda Murray. I want to come in looking like Linda Murray in 2017.
What's considered a stringy look?
Stringy is more. So let me really break this down. So stringy would be like the person can be like really ripped and really dry, but generally, as the competitors you see sometimes that might tend to be a little bit more stringy, they've been on like no carb diets or low carb diets, and it's like their muscles they're lean but they're small. So like when you eat a lot of carbs and you train, your muscles stay full and like thicker and more dense. So just because you can get lean doesn't mean your muscles are necessarily dense. And because of this, sometimes during my contest prep, it's not that we're intentionally trying to do it. I don't think, I'm not in my coach's mind, that's why I pay him, but I have legitimately did an 8-week prep and grew into the show. It was like my body just had to finish growing, and it was like the scale wasn't moving as much, but we take pictures every 3 days, and I was visibly getting leaner and visibly getting harder. I like that aspect, but you're not necessarily going to do that if you're not eating enough.
Do you have a cheat meal built in or a cheat day at this point, or is it those days are gone?
I believe cheat days and cheat meals are gone because I'm with my nutritionist now. And every prep that I've did with him so far, it was never any cheat meals, I'm not going to lie. It was structured refeeds, and that's because I always do an 8-week prep. But lo and behold, honestly, one reason why I do like the 8-week preps, yes, it's hard, but I am a full-time active duty sergeant. I am a staff sergeant in the United States Army. I've been in for 10 years. I'm a paratrooper, and being a contest prep, and let alone now that I'm a pro, it can be kind of hard and difficult at times to do a contest prep and still do your day-to-day job. Just like last week, I had to perform airborne operations, so I had my rucksack packed, everything, parachute, everything, and whatever food I wanted to eat that day, I had it packed in my rucksack so that when I exited out that aircraft, I had my food in my bag.
Are we going around?
So my next exercise I'm going to do is my last one. I'm going to take this kettlebell and do some simple squats. Hit my abductors and my glutes.
I think so. That last gun, I was trying to get one last to my hand. I know. So not every exercise, like I said earlier, I'm gonna do
heavy weight. Some of them are for detail purposes. The reality of it is, everybody's gonna get on stage with quads of some sort, even if they're small baby quads. Everybody gonna have lines in their legs. That's just the reality of it is. I mean, because if they weren't a pro, then, I mean, if everybody gonna get on stage and they're already a pro, they're gonna bring some type of level of conditioning. So, when I train, visualize how I want to look. If everybody gonna have lines in their legs and quads, not everybody gonna have it going on from the back. So, I do make it a point to train my glutes. My glutes are shaped like hearts. I can see them from the front of my body, and I really try to work on these little muscles right here to really get the heart shape. So it's all about that muscle right there. So everybody likes twerking, but I mean, the glute is a muscle, so you train it and you be able to utilize it on stage. I think it's what gives you a complete package along with your back muscles and a small tiny waistline. It gives you good curves. Also, a lot of the hamstring development exercises are going to target your glutes. So you hear people talk about glute hamstring tie-ins, things of that nature. I mean, I ran track in high school. I was a sprinter, so therefore I do have hamstring development even when I'm fat, you know. So, or out of shape, should I say? So, like I say, those areas, my legs and my butt and my hamstrings, are very important to me. That's just my thing. Back is important to me too, but honestly, it is big, and it doesn't really need to get any much more bigger because I got to keep my Army uniforms. That was my last set. Like I say, I know it seems like a girl exercise, but they really do hit your glutes. Every time I swear I squat and go down, I feel my butt cheeks spread and come up. And it works the inner thigh, which is important when we're doing the front double bicep poses. So get my legs good girth, good width. Like I said, that's going to be important. So that completes a little brief snippet of today's leg training. So I'm 8 weeks out, holding a lot of fat, probably a little BBW, but gonna cut right on down.